Hey, bhai, he said, people are there. In our Hindu Shastra, you are laughing at it. This is a Tattva principle in the Upanishad, in the Vedas. Hindu Shastras, why Hindu Shastra? I think all the community, if I remember, if I know properly. Anybody dies after the death, they are all covered with new clothes. What? Tell me what is the reason? Is there any sense in it? Logically, tell me honest. Is there any sense in it? No. Then why? An emotional satisfaction. What is that? If he has got a desire of having new clothes, somebody is dressed up like, in South India we have some places. Sumangali passes away. She is dressed up with his wedding dress clothes, sari and all that. Then we'll put on this one and we'll put like that, everything, and Sumangalyam, everything, and she will be taken like. What is the principle? Dead body, nothing is necessary. Sincerely speaking, nothing. What is that again? Suppose the soul, suppose this person, suppose this mind has got the desire of having anything like this, let us fulfill it. Is why the new cloth is provided, not otherwise. So gradually from that expensive Kanjivaram sari to diamond necklace, it has been reduced to, in other cases what happened, that Kora cloth will be bought. Cheapest Kora kapda is bought. Chalo, naya kapda chahiye, le lo. Even though I told this way, this is exactly what you are doing. Do you want new kapda? Le lo. No other meaning. Suppose you cover with a new washed cloth, what will happen? Nothing will happen. But we do it. Why? The principally, in dharmic way of living, if any desires are left out, to the extent possible, at the last moment, what I can do? I know you cannot wear it, but according to me, let me provide my dharma of giving you, fulfilling your desire of wanting to have a new cloth. Wash it, put the tilak, new cloth. Maybe some people put jewelry and all that and do some puja, worship and pray for him so that let the soul be rest in peace. That's all what one can do, the one who is living. First. Second is that this is a lesson for the person who is doing it. That look, by providing a new cloth, the principle is totally, Hindu Shastra's principles are very, very deep in meaning, It's not for the dead body to have the knowledge of having a new cloth, this Kora is provided. What for? The person who is providing it should know this is what happens after the death. Neither I can accept this cloth, nor I can reject it what he is giving. Neither I can accept it, nor I can reject it is the condition. So whatever is necessary for me only should be taken. Whatever necessary for me only in my life has to be taken, because it cannot be given or it cannot be taken. Whatever may be my desire cannot be given, cannot be taken. So my desire has to be limited to that, so that the others should not provide Kora cloth for me when I am dead, in order to have my satisfaction being fulfilled by them. Actually, they are fulfilling their satisfaction, not my satisfaction, or the one who is dead. Not necessary. But what is that? Yes, this ritual is there. Even today we follow. Even though I talk, we all follow. Because that will be, according to society, it has to be done. Now, why it has to be done is only because the desires have to be limited to that. After death, nothing is, even though somebody is ready to give you new things, you cannot accept it. So, austerity versus living. Why I am giving so much of importance to it? Because this is a very wonderful, beautiful lesson in our life which has to be strictly practiced. Not followed, but practiced. If one is listening to the Upanishad, this has to be done. Then only the renouncing. One should know the limits. We are going to the unlimited. Where the unlimited, where the limitations are not there. Why do we want to limit us to with so many chains around us? As far as possible, the de-shackling has to be done before we depart from here. Is the principle why we should have the living of the austerity measures. If you have got, doesn't mean that you got 10 clothes is bad. No. Have 10 clothes. No problem. No, have this, have that. Nothing. It's okay. Perfectly alright. Don't have the vasana. That's all. Don't have the attachment and attraction toward it. You are having it, fine. My parents are very rich. They have provided me with 20 clothes. They have provided me with these things. Fine, take it. I do not have any importance to that. I have it, I will use it also. It's not that I will not use it because it is there. I will use it. I will wear the 20 clothes. I will wear that. I will enjoy it. Everything I will do, but I do not. Suppose one of them torn off, one of them vanished, one of them taken away. I don't have any sadness. I don't have any sorrow. Don't have any attachment to that. My renunciation, even though I am having it inside me, the renunciation has already taken place. It's not important to me. I am wearing one, that's good enough. Tomorrow if I have one, that one is mine. Day after tomorrow another one, that is mine, not others. What is mine is that with me. That what is with me is only mine. The principle of the brahmacharyatva has to be understood. Nothing is that we are deprived of. So the pleasures of the world is not deprived of for the brahmachari. We should not mean that. That is why I have told you already the story of our Vaishambhayana explaining the brahmacharis how to do the living in this world. So a brahmachari is the one who is eligible to lead the life properly in this universe, in this world, because he only knows how to live. Anyway, living is not called living. Living properly, living in the right manner is called living. Life is given to live in the right manner. You got a car or you got a cycle doesn't mean anyway you can ride it. You have got a particular rules, is not particular regulations, particular method is called the right way of riding the bike. For everything, there is a right way. So we have to choose that right way in our living also. Why we should make deviations depending upon our whims and fancies, which is called as fancies. Whims and fancies in the sense it's only due to based on the vasanas. That's called whims and fancies. They are vasanas. Depending upon the necessity only we should continue. And this only will take us to this way of the dharmic way of living. And this only will take us to the this only will take us to the right way of living. So what I am trying to tell you is that where did we start is that based on that the path, that depending upon the choosing of path we started in, that is. Don't think that you will have options in front of you standing and then you can choose whatever you like. Don't have this misunderstanding. I had this misunderstanding initially when I heard the pravachans of people and read that there are hundreds of paths in front of you, you can choose any path you like. So I always thought that when there are 100 paths, why then there is a confusion? Why people are making a fuss of it? This was always working in my mind. So I can choose the path, I will reach there. This is what I was thinking. Maybe I was ignorant. I was ignorant, there's no doubt. But remember that it is not like that. No, whatever said and heard. Paths are there. Absolutely right. What he said is absolutely right. The paths are there. But they are not available to you. That he has missed to tell me. Or I missed to understand it. Rather, sorry. It's not somebody else is responsible. I am responsible for not understanding it. I did not understand that even though the paths are there, it should be available to me also. Then only I can choose the path. So I am talking all these things only to make you understand the path available to you, the path which will be made available to you will be purely based on the qualifications that you earn during your way of living. Through the dharmic way, you will attain the path of the Adhyatma. Through the other pleasures of living, you will attain the path of pleasures. And through the pleasures, you will walk through, travel through, attain, ultimately come to renunciation point. But here, straight away you attain the renunciation point and reach the Parabrahma Sakshatkaram is the third what I want to make you firm, understand, practice in your mind. Then only the mind will be very clear. That's why I had to tell all these things. The repetition as well as more and more of emphasizing the particular subject, more and more on that, like we say, hammering on the brain. So this has got an impact. The same thing I could have told you in 2 sentences. Remember, if I had told you only that, even though people have told that there are thousands of paths, it is not like that. You cannot choose them because they are not approachable by you. You are not approachable to that path because of your karmas, and that which is your karma only will be approachable path to you. Therefore, you should adopt dharmic way of living. Had I told only this paragraph, and I have told all these things, which will be, even though we all know educated people, we all understand the language, no doubt about it. But don't you think this has got more impact on that? The mind automatically emphasizes each and every corner of it. We talk about Rasagulla, we talk about Danyasa, we talk about Raja, we talk about Rajasuya Yoga, we talk about all those things when it is told. Each and every corner has been attacked. Each and every corner has been incorporated, and the mind is now absolutely clear. I have no escaping point. Mind has to decide this. Otherwise, mind will always find out solutions. Mind will always find the places to escape. How to escape out of these bindings. For mind, these restrictions, Brahmacharya is a binding. Because it loses its importance. Attractions and attachment. Vasana is his great credibility for the mind through the Indriyas he functions. And the credibility of the mind is Vasana. That is the one which keeps the mind functioning. That's why the mind has got a lot of importance in every human being's life, because he only has got the capacity to create vasanas in you. Dreams. Vasana is nothing other than dream. Vasana is nothing but an ignorance, an invisible marichika, what we call it as, which is known as the, what is that you call? The mirage. From Sanskrit marichika only, the mirage word has been created in Roman, Greek, and from Greek, English. It is like that. We think, oh, there the water. We think there is a water. We keep on traveling like that. But you should know there is no water. You should remember that. You are in the desert and you cannot have water there. It's not there. This is knowledge, that removing the ignorance. Vasana is that towards that, attracting towards that. The mind has got the capacity, so the mind should come out of it. Then only you will be in a position to really attain the true way of living, the dharmic way of living. In dharma, that what is necessary. As I told you, you are deprived of nothing. All these problems, what you have today is only because of your vasanas, your execution of karmas. That's all. Even though you had executed karmas, you have got a you got this karma phalas that is being transmitted to you, which is in prarabdha karma. The prarabdha is already there. It's true. Let the prarabdha be there. We will execute it. But along with that, while living, why should I add to the prarabdha? In the sancheta karma. So while doing the sancheta karma, the prarabdha karma has to be eliminated, not added to that. So when I do that, then only I will have the path to be chosen to walk towards that. Is very, very important to know, because without this, we will not be able to live the life. Otherwise, what we call as we struggle to live the life. That's all. Struggling to live. That's all. We are not living. We are struggling to live. This is what happens most of the people with most of the people. Why? Because it is because we do not have a choice to choose the path. And we have chosen the path which is the most, we thought it is wonderful, but with the most difficult and most very far off. Started traveling in it midway. It's not ending anywhere. And can see the other paths from there. It's not that one can see all the paths. But the path chosen by you has to be the right path, right way of living. It's not based on your attractions and attachment. Don't go by the vasanas, go according to the Vedic science, and then chant these mantras, chant this way of living, whatever is necessary. That don't try to, we always say that don't try to fight the fate. We always try to do things what I think is right. When I fail, I am not owning the responsibility of it. I always think that why should I fail? Why did I fail? You should know why did you fail. So, when that has been shown to you, that means that is not the path for you. The path is different. So whatever comes to you from that path, it's not that there is no path at all. Whatever path has been provided to you, look at it. Analyze yourself. Are you not becoming desirous to be choosing your path, but you are unable to connect it because karma is not that? So depending upon your karma, the path is provided. If you want to change it, you have to change the karma. So the path will be changed automatically. The path will be different. This is how we have to function in our life. I hope I am clear. Is it clear? With all these examples. We only talked about that only. Because I thought it's very, very important basic subject which is very important. If I don't understand that, if I don't practice that, what is the use of listening to Ram Brahma Sakshatkaram, which is Sarvam Brahmamayam? How will I understand what is Sarvam Brahmamayam? Word, imagination, dream, that can be done by me. That's all. We will never reach the realization point of it. Sarvam Brahmamayam. Unless we do this, unless we walk on the path of spirituality, unless we walk on the path of Adhyatma, unless we have the Upasana, absolute renunciation process, living as an living in austerity, living in Brahmacharyatva, nobody can reach us. We must practice it. There is no other way. There is no other way. Is that a final decision? How? You have enough time. Yes. Whether you want to do it in this Janma, or next Janma, or after 80 Janmas. This is the only way. That's what Upanishad said. This is what Veda said. This is what the knowledgeable said. Jnanis told. Punyatmas have so told. Time, you can select according to your convenience and your emotional status. You can choose depending upon your time and choice. But this is the only way. That has been confirmed. So this you can establish in your mind, and this should be established in your mind, is what my I thought it is important to go deeper into it, is why so much had to be spoken on a particular subject on that, so that